Good morning, students. Now we are going to continue the same topic, that is can matter change its state. We were studying about the effect of temperature on the physical state of matter. So now you focus here. You studied that solid changes into liquid by absorbing heat. So this is endothermic process, and it is process known as fusion melting. Energy utilized in this is known as latent heat of fusion. And liquid changes into gas by absorbing energy. It's also endothermic process, and the process is known as a evaporation. Now, gases changes into the liquid. This process is known as condensation. And it will happen when you cool down the gases, when you decrease the temperature. So energy release, hence exothermic process. This process is exothermic process. Energy released during this process will be equal to energy absorbed in our process. So only direction of heat is different, but amount of heat will be different. So delta H vaporization, heat of vaporization, latent heat of vaporization will be equal to latent heat of condensation at the given temperature for the given substance for a fixed amount. Is it clear? Now next one, liquid changes into the solid. This is known as freezing. And you know very well, when you put water in your fridge, that can changes into the solid. Again energy released during this process. So this is also exothermic process. And name of the process is freezing. Again remember one thing, that is melting point and freezing point are same, only direction of heat is different. Similarly, latent heat of fusion and latent heat of freezing will be equal, only direction of energy or heat will be different, right? In endothermic, energy absorbed, but in exothermic, that is in fusion, energy absorbed, and in freezing, energy released, but amount of the energy will be fixed. Temperature 0 degrees Celsius both for melting and both for the freezing. We are taking the example here, water. Is it clear? So in this way you will going to explain these all the things. Now focus on the book. Now we want to know the answers of different questions. What happens inside the matter during this change of state? During the change of state, force of attraction among the particles decreases and their kinetic energy increases. So listen very carefully. Initially, in the solid case, particles are fixed and they are vibrating at their position only. When you heat, these particles get higher energy and low force of attraction. So within the volume, they can move here and there. Now this is solid state, vibrate at their position only, fixed shape and fixed volume. Now after absorbing energy, the particle gets sufficient kinetic energy, so they start to move within the given volume. So this is the liquid state. Now on further giving the energy, kinetic energy enormously increases and force of attraction decreases. So these gases escape out from this volume. Hence indefinite shape and indefinite volume. So this is happen inside the bulk of the matter during this change in state. Next question. What happens to the particle of matter during the change of state? Kinetic energy of the particles increases. Basically this is the important point. And force of attraction among the particles decreases. Now next one. These two activities, that is melting of ice and melting and boiling point calculation, both activities explained to you. Now go through the book carefully. On increasing the temperature of solid, the kinetic energy of the particles increases. Due to the increase in kinetic energy, the particles start vibrating with greater speed. The energy supplied by heat overcomes the force of attraction between the particles. The particles leave their fixed position and start moving more freely. A state is reached when the solid melts and is converted into the liquid. The temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid at the atmosphere pressure is called its melting point. Now, Another important point, the melting point of a solid is an indication of the strength of the force of attraction between the particles. जितना ज़्यादा melting point होगा उतना ही ज़्यादा attraction force होगा. The melting point of ice is 273.16 Kelvin. The process of melting, that is change of solid into the liquid state, is known as a fusion. When a solid melts, its temperature remains the same. So where does the heat energy go? This heat energy used up in changing the physical state. How physical state change? By decreasing the force of attraction and by increasing the kinetic energy of the particles. As this heat energy absorbed by ice without showing any rise in temperature, it is considered that it's a hidden energy. And this hidden energy known as latent heat. The amount of heat energy, this is the definition for latent heat. The amount of heat energy that is required to change 1 kg of solid or unit amount of solid into liquid at atmosphere pressure at its boiling point is known as the latent heat of fusion. Particle in water at 0 degrees Celsius have, hence, listen very carefully, particle of water at 0 degrees Celsius having more energy in comparison to the particles in ice at the same temperature. When we supply heat energy to water, particles must start moving even faster rate at a certain temperature. A point is reached when the particles have enough energy to break free from the force of attraction in each other. At this temperature, the liquid starts changing into the gases. The temperature at which a liquid starts boiling at the atmosphere pressure is known as a boiling point. Boiling is a bulk phenomena, यानी कि पूरे बल्क में से वेपोराइजेशन होता है. For water, the temperature is, boiling point temperature for water is 373 Kelvin. That is 100 degree Celsius. 273 plus 100. Now listen very carefully. How can we convert degree Celsius into the Kelvin? Degree Celsius plus 273 is equal to Kelvin temperature. And Kelvin temperature minus 273 is equal to degree Celsius temperature. For example, 10 degrees Celsius. What will be the Kelvin? 273 plus करना है, changes into 283 Kelvin. So 10 degrees Celsius is equal to 283 Kelvin. Similarly, if you have 473 Kelvin, now you want to change in degree Celsius, minus 273 minus 273, you get 200 degrees Celsius. So this is the conversion. Because this is a different conversion by the difference method, that is आपको plus 273 जोड़ना है या घटाना है, माइनस करना है या प्लस करना है. इसलिए if we say A having the temperature 20 degree Celsius, B having the temperature 30 degree Celsius, what is the difference in temperature? Delta T is equal to 30 minus 20 is equal to 10 degree Celsius. In Kelvin, temperature difference remains same, that is 10 Kelvin. कैसे देखेंगे? 20 plus 273 is equal to 293. 30 plus 273 is equal to 303. 303 minus 293. 303 minus 293 Kelvin. It becomes 0, 1. So this is 10 Kelvin. So because आप यहाँ पे conversion factor माइनस एंड प्लस से है, इसलिए क्या होगा, इनका जो डिफरेंस है वो डिग्री सेल्सियस और केल्विन में सेम वैल्यू होगी. वी फोकस ऑन दैट पार्ट. Particles in steam, that is water, vaporize at 373 have more energy obviously than the water at the same temperature. This is because particles in steam have absorbed extra energy, that is latent energy. Solid state on heating liquid state changes into on heating gaseous state, on cooling changes into liquid state, and liquid state on cooling changes into solid state. State of matter can be changed into another state by changing the temperature. Substance around us change state from solid to liquid and from liquid to gas on application of the heat. But there are some changes in which solid directly changes into the gaseous state without changing into the liquid state. We will discuss it in the next class. Now focus on this note. Kelvin in the SI unit of temperature, 0 is equal to 273.16 Kelvin. For convenience, we take it as 273 Kelvin. Right? To change the temperature on the Kelvin scale to the Celsius scale, you have to subtract 273 from the given temperature, as I already told you. And to convert the temperature on the Celsius scale to the Kelvin scale, you have to add 273 to the given temperature. So this note is very, very important for you. And according to you can do the exercise given in the last 2 or 3 concepts involved in this. We will discuss them in the next class. Thank you.